Hey, yo, we got to talk about this because this one right here, it done went from regular rap beef to aunties, mamas, kids, and Beyonce's household being mentioned. Yeah, it's deep now. We already know 50 Cent and T.I. been throwing jabs back and forth. Typical rap energy, competitive, petty, funny, but then 50 decides to spice it up and post an unflattering pic of Tiny Harris, T.I.'s wife, and that's when the temperature changed. Now here's where it gets crazy, because out of nowhere, in steps Tina Knowles. Yes, Beyonce's mama. And when Miss Tina gets involved, you know it's serious. So 50 and T.I. have been going back and forth over the old verses talking competitive rap energy.
Okay, so first, it was really about celebrating each other's catalog. Me and this nigga talk back there, bro. This nigga, I ain't just called a nigga out the blue. Yeah. Me and this nigga talk about this.
You talking about you with 50?
Yeah, man. We talk about this shit, man. This shit just come out of nowhere. Nigga, we were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, shit, what you think about this? Like, shit, you wanna do that shit? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So shit. And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Right. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, act like he ain't know what the f going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. But how about all of it? All of it. I don't even want you, man. Cause now I question your character.
It was light jabs at first, but 50 being 50, he don't keep it light. He escalated it by posting a photo of Tiny basically clowning her. Now in rap beef, you diss a rapper, cool. But once wives get mentioned, that's when folks start saying it's going too far. Tiny didn't really clap back heavy, but guess who did something subtle that shook the room? Tina Knowles. Tina hopped on Instagram and reposted a video of Tiny looking confident and glowing. In the caption, it was basically praising Tiny's beauty and feminine energy. She wrote the caption, "You feel that? That's what real feminine energy looks like. Effortless, beautiful, unbothered, glow season, glam doll makeup." Now, she didn't tag 50, she didn't say his name, she didn't address the beef directly, but we all knew what time it was. This was auntie energy saying, we're not doing that to her. And the internet immediately picked it up like, oh, Beyonce's mama just chose a side. And once that narrative hit social media, it was up. Because 50 Cent saw it. And of course, he had to say something. He lives on Instagram. And allegedly, he responded with a post referencing Tina's family, including some lies. He posted a picture of Miss Tina on Instagram and wrote the caption, "I'm not gonna do it, but it's getting weird. Little effed up kids and grandmothers getting involved. What the F, LOL." Then he posted a video of Solange taking off her earrings looking like she about to squabble and wrote the caption, "These rap ninjas soft. You gotta watch out for these killers. They will get you in the elevator, LOL." He might be referencing the time that Solange caught the head up with Jay-Z in the elevator. Then he also wrote the caption, "Now XXL should be ashamed of themselves." I said, I'm not gonna say anything about that, but Nana can't just be jumping in rap beef respectfully. 50 Cent is basically sending a warning shot. But here's the thing about 50. He loves to push it right to the edge, then step back and laugh. And then what happened? The post got deleted. And whenever 50 deletes something, that means either 1, the backlash was cooking, 2, somebody made a phone call, or 3, he calculated that this one wasn't worth the smoke. Because listen, it's one thing to go at T.I., it's another thing to drag Tiny, but once you even hint at Beyonce's family, you're entering different territory. The Bayhive don't play. So when this happened, Twitter went wild. Some people were saying 50 went too far dragging Tiny. Others were like, why is Tina even involved? And then you had the third-party group saying 50 smart for backing off before it got messy. Because let's be real, this wasn't just rap beef anymore. This became Atlanta royalty versus New York royalty. T.I. and Tiny been staples in ATL. Tina Knowles is literally connected to Beyonce. You can't just casually beef with the ecosystem without consequences. So here's my take. 50 doesn't back down, he recalculates. He trolls, he tests boundaries, he throws bait, and if the energy coming back is bigger than the jokes, he pivots. And this time, the energy was different. When Tina posted that supportive message, it reframed the entire situation. It went from 50 clowning Tiny to 50 disrespecting a woman being defended by another respected woman in the industry. That's a narrative shift, and 50 understands optics. So let's zoom out. This shows how social media beef in 2026 isn't just about artists versus artists anymore. It's family versus family, fan base versus fan base, legacy versus trolling. And when mothers step in, that's symbolic. Tina didn't yell, she didn't rant, she didn't threaten, she posted love. And sometimes that's louder than a diss track. Now here's the big question. Does T.I. escalate? Does 50 double back? Or does it cool off quietly? Because once posts start getting deleted, that usually means the peak has passed. But with 50, you never know. He might spin the block next week with another meme. That's why we watching. Now I'm gonna say this. If this stays between 50 and T.I., it's entertaining rap drama. But once you start touching wives and mothers, the room changes. Tina stepping in added class to the situation. 50 deleting that post showed awareness. And the internet, of course, it amplified everywhere. But I wanna know, what do you guys think? Did 50 cross the line? Was Tina right to defend Tiny? Or is this just classic 50 trolling that people taking too serious? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And I'll be back with the next update, because trust me, if 50 posts again, I'm gonna be the first one with it. Keep it locked.
Yo, T.I., the mere fact in the last 2-3 weeks you keep talking about verses when that man is talking about your character. After certain disrespect is given, you shouldn't be still trying to get a money opportunity. T.I., he's calling you a cooperant. He's told you repeatedly, you should not be around me. He doesn't trust your character. He doesn't trust you as a person. It looks like 50 took a little break from bullying the senior citizens, and he posted something on his Instagram today. His post was this. It was T.I.'s wife. He says, I keep saying, keep my name out your mouth. Are you okay? I would imagine that he's not dissing a woman. So he's trying to use her to attack him. My problem with T.I. is that T.I. is Mano. I've always thought T.I. was a stand-on-business type of until it was time to stand on business. And it was like, oh, he's not stand on business no more. T.I., please, for the love of God, stop acting like you and 50's cool. The nigga's done called you a snitch. He's disrespecting your wife. I've seen you and heard about you swinging on people for less. T.I. swinging on Floyd Mayweather. You literally swung on another man, supposedly, because just some interpersonal issues. Please stop acting like that guy. Please. If you would do that, I'm not saying you got this and this and third, but bro, just at least have like some type of backbone.
I know you. You capping. I know you. I know you. Ain't no mystery about here. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and your family. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Hey, what is she talking about?
Get off me. Man, get off me.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't